Ladies and gentlemen, you see, there comes a time in life when you'll find yourself standing in a room full of silence, no hands to pull you up, no shoulders to lean on. And in that moment, you'll ask yourself a question: do I crumble or do I rise? Let me tell you something. There is power in rising alone, the kind of power that builds warriors, architects of their destiny, people who don't just survive, but thrive. You don't need the crowd to validate your existence or the applause to prove your worth, because deep down, you already know this truth. You are enough. It's not easy. Don't let anyone lie to you. There will be days when you'll feel like the weight of the world is pressing down on your chest, like the darkness is too thick to see through. But here's what you need to remember. That pressure is shaping you. That darkness, it's a test. It's asking you one question: will you break or will you break through? When you stand alone, you learn to fight battles no one else can fight for you. You learn to wipe your own tears, patch your own wounds, and whisper to yourself, keep going, when everyone else has gone silent. It's in those moments, my friends, that you find out who you really are. Not the version the world wants you to be, but the version you were born to become. You see, rising alone doesn't mean you're without support. It means you've discovered the most important support system there is: yourself. Your ability to stand tall even with shaky knees. Your ability to keep moving forward even when the road is rough. It's not about the absence of fear. It's about courage in the face of it. I want you to think about this. Every great mountain climber, every innovator, every world changer had moments when they felt isolated, misunderstood, even rejected. But what did they do? They kept climbing. They didn't wait for someone to hand them a map. They forged their own path. When you rise alone, you realize something remarkable. No one can take away what you've built for yourself. Not the critics, not the doubters, not even failure. Because you built it with your own two hands, brick by brick, mistake by mistake, victory by victory. And here's the beauty of it. When you learn to rise alone, you inspire others to do the same. You become the evidence that rising alone is possible, that strength can be born out of solitude, that greatness is within reach of anyone willing to fight for it. So let me leave you with this. When you stand at the edge, when life pushes you to your knees, when the noise of the world fades away and you feel like you're all you've got, know this: that's the moment of transformation. That's the moment you rise. And when you rise not just for yourself, but for everyone watching, waiting, and hoping to see what's possible. You rise because you were made for this. Solitude often carries a negative connotation, misunderstood as loneliness or isolation, but it is far from being something to fear. It is a profound space where growth begins, where strength is forged, and where one discovers the essence of their being. When we are alone, stripped of distractions, we are left with nothing but ourselves, our thoughts, our fears, and our truths. It is in this space of solitude that clarity emerges, offering a unique opportunity to reflect and reconnect with who we are and who we want to become. The world is noisy, filled with external expectations, opinions, and influences that shape our decisions and perceptions. Solitude, however, allows us to step away from all that noise, to carve out a sanctuary where we can think independently and listen to our inner voice. This quietness is not a void. It is a fertile ground where seeds of resilience and creativity are sown. It gives us the freedom to question, to explore, and to redefine what truly matters without the interference of others' judgments or agendas. When you embrace solitude, you begin to understand that it is not a limitation, but an empowerment. You realize that your worth is not tied to external validation or the presence of others. Strength grows from within, not from the opinions or approval of a crowd. In solitude, you learn to confront your fears and insecurities, facing them head on, without the safety net of someone else's reassurance. This confrontation can be uncomfortable, even painful, but it is essential. Growth is rarely a comfortable process. It requires us to stretch beyond our current capabilities and face parts of ourselves that we might have ignored or avoided. Solitude also teaches self-reliance, which is the foundation of true strength. When you learn to depend on yourself to solve problems, make decisions, and navigate challenges without leaning on others, you cultivate a profound sense of confidence. This self-reliance doesn't mean rejecting help or companionship. It means knowing that at your core you have the ability to rise no matter the circumstances. It is about discovering that you are capable, resilient, and resourceful in ways you might never have realized had you not been alone. Furthermore, solitude fosters a deeper connection with your inner self. It provides the space to ask big questions. Who am I? What do I stand for? What do I want out of life? These questions are difficult to answer when surrounded by constant chatter and external demands. In the stillness of solitude, you gain the clarity to explore these questions honestly and authentically. Learning to embrace solitude is not about avoiding people or rejecting community. It is about developing a relationship with yourself that is so strong, so steady, that you remain unshaken even when you are standing alone. Solitude gives you the tools to turn inward for strength and direction, enabling you to rise above challenges and emerge as a stronger, more confident individual. It transforms what many perceive as loneliness into one of life's most powerful opportunities for growth and self-discovery. Resilience is forged in the crucible of adversity, and nowhere is this more evident than when you face life's challenges independently. When the safety nets are gone and the comforting voices of reassurance fade into silence, the only option left is to confront the difficulties head-on. This is the raw essence of growth, meeting obstacles not with fear, but with determination, discovering an inner strength that might have otherwise remained hidden. Adversity in its harshest moments becomes the ultimate teacher, showing us who we are and what we're capable of when all external supports are stripped away. Facing hardship alone sharpens the mind and fortifies the spirit. It requires an immense amount of courage to walk through dark times without someone holding your hand, but it is in those solitary moments that resilience begins to bloom. Each struggle faced alone is a testament to your capacity to endure and overcome. Whether it is the weight of personal loss, the pressure of uncertainty, or the sting of failure, adversity demands a choice: to succumb or to rise. And in choosing to rise, you become stronger, wiser, and more prepared for whatever comes next. When you stand alone in the face of adversity, you learn the invaluable skill of adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and challenges often come without warning. Without the immediate assistance of others, you're forced to think creatively, to analyze problems from every angle, and to devise solutions that might not be obvious at first glance. This adaptability becomes a cornerstone of resilience, enabling you to not only survive but thrive under pressure. Facing adversity independently also builds an unshakable belief in your own abilities. There is a unique sense of empowerment that comes from solving problems on your own, from picking yourself up after a fall, and from finding a way forward when the path seems blocked. Each victory, no matter how small, reinforces the truth that you are capable of handling life's difficulties. This self-belief is a shield against future challenges, a reminder that you faced storms before and emerged stronger every time. Adversity also teaches the importance of patience and perseverance. Rising alone is rarely a quick or easy process. It requires time and sustained effort. There will be moments when progress feels slow or non-existent, when the struggle seems insurmountable, and when doubt creeps in. But resilience is not about immediate results. It's about persistence, the ability to keep moving forward even when the journey feels endless. It's about holding on to the belief that every step, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to overcoming the obstacle. Through this process, you not only build resilience for yourself, but also become an example to others. Your ability to face adversity independently inspires those around you, showing them that strength and determination are within reach for anyone willing to embrace the struggle. Rising alone through difficulty is not just a personal triumph, it's a powerful testament to the human spirit's capacity for growth, even in the face of life's greatest challenges. Owning your narrative is one of the most empowering aspects of learning to rise alone. In a world that constantly attempts to define us through societal norms, expectations, or the opinions of others, the ability to take control of your own story becomes a radical act of self-determination. When you rise alone, you are no longer confined by the roles others have assigned to you or the limitations they may have imposed. Instead, you take the pen into your own hands and become the sole author of your life. This is a transformative experience that not only changes how you see yourself, but also reshapes how the world sees you. When you own your narrative, you embrace the power to define what success, happiness, and fulfillment mean to you. No longer are you bound by the metrics of others. Society often sets a rigid framework for what a successful life should look like, but those definitions may not align with your unique path. Rising alone allows you to challenge these norms and create a narrative that feels authentic and true to your values. It means standing firm in your decisions, even when they go against the grain, and finding peace in the knowledge that your life is unfolding on your terms. Taking ownership of your narrative also involves confronting and rewriting the negative stories you may have internalized about yourself. We all carry narratives shaped by our past, words spoken to us in moments of weakness, failures that seem to define us, or doubts planted by those who didn't believe in us. Rising alone requires you to confront these stories and decide whether they truly represent who you are. It's an opportunity to strip away the lies and limitations and replace them with a narrative of strength, resilience, and purpose. Owning your story also means accepting responsibility for your choices and actions. When you rise alone, there is no one else to blame for missteps or failures, but that's where the real growth happens. By taking full accountability for your life, you gain the freedom to learn from your mistakes and move forward without regret. This level of ownership is not about perfection, it's about being honest with yourself, embracing your imperfections, and using them as stepping stones toward a better version of yourself. Another powerful aspect of owning your narrative is the ability to redefine setbacks. When you rise alone, failures are no longer catastrophic. They are chapters in your story, lessons that add depth and meaning to your journey. You begin to see that the struggles and hardships you face are not the end of the story, but the turning points that lead to greater understanding and strength. And when you own your narrative, you also gain the ability to inspire and connect with others. Your journey becomes a testament to the power of self-reliance and authenticity. It shows others that it's possible to break free from external expectations and create a life that is uniquely and unapologetically yours. By rising alone, you don't just reclaim your story, you redefine what's possible. Self-reliance is the cornerstone of true confidence. It is built through the trials and tribulations of navigating life independently, and the rewards it offers are transformative. When you learn to rely on yourself, you develop an unshakable belief in your abilities, an inner strength that no one can take away. It's not about dismissing the value of community or support, but about understanding that your greatest ally is the person staring back at you in the mirror. Self-reliance is a profound realization that you are capable, resourceful, and strong enough to face whatever challenges come your way. In a world where dependency often feels easier, choosing self-reliance requires courage and determination. It means stepping out of your comfort zone, where guidance and reassurance from others might have been readily available, and trusting yourself to make decisions and solve problems. This process can feel intimidating at first, but with every small success, your confidence grows. Each time you take initiative or overcome an obstacle without leaning on others, you reinforce the belief that you have what it takes to handle life's complexities. The beauty of self-reliance lies in its ability to reveal your potential. Many of us go through life without fully understanding what we're capable of, often because we've never had to rely solely on ourselves. When you face challenges independently, you tap into hidden reserves of strength, creativity, and resilience. You learn to adapt, to think critically, and to find solutions that might not have been apparent had you depended on someone else. This journey of self-discovery is deeply empowering because it unveils the depth of your abilities and reinforces your capacity to thrive, even under pressure. Self-reliance also fosters a sense of freedom. When you depend on others for validation, support, or decision-making, you often find yourself constrained by their limitations or expectations. But when you trust yourself, you break free from these constraints. You are no longer waiting for someone else's approval or relying on their direction. Instead, you chart your own course, guided by your intuition and goals. This autonomy allows you to live life on your terms, unapologetically pursuing what matters most to you. Discovering hidden potential is a journey that often begins in the face of necessity. When circumstances force you to rise alone, you are pushed into uncharted territory where the true depths of your abilities are revealed. In moments of solitude and challenge, you tap into reserves of strength, creativity, and resilience that you might never have known existed. This process, though demanding, is transformative, turning uncertainty into self-awareness and adversity into achievement. Most people go through life without fully exploring their potential, often relying on others to fill gaps or solve problems. However, when you stand alone, there is no one else to lean on. This lack of external support becomes a catalyst for uncovering your inner power. You begin to realize that you are capable of far more than you once believed, whether it's solving complex problems, making difficult decisions, or persevering through setbacks. Each challenge faced independently becomes a stepping stone toward understanding your true capabilities. Solitary struggles often spark creativity and resourcefulness. When you are on your own, conventional solutions may no longer be available, forcing you to think outside the box. This process stretches your mind, encouraging you to approach challenges from new perspectives and find innovative ways to overcome them. This ability to adapt and create not only helps you navigate your immediate circumstances, but also equips you with skills that can be applied to future challenges. Uncovering hidden potential also involves confronting fears and doubts. When you rise alone, there is no one to shield you from your insecurities. At first, this can feel overwhelming, but it is through facing these fears that you gain clarity and confidence. Each time you push past doubt and take action, you prove to yourself that fear does not define you. Over time, this repeated confrontation transforms fear into fuel, empowering you to tackle even greater challenges. Another profound aspect of discovering hidden potential is the realization that your limits are not fixed. Society often imposes artificial boundaries on what is considered achievable, and we internalize these limitations, believing that we are only capable of so much. Rising alone breaks down these barriers, showing you that the only real limits are the ones you place on yourself. As you push past what you thought was possible, you expand your understanding of what you can achieve. This journey also cultivates resilience, the ability to recover and thrive despite hardship. Resilience is not something you're born with. It's built through experience, especially when you rise alone. Each setback becomes a lesson, and each success reinforces the belief that you can navigate life's complexities. This resilience becomes a cornerstone of your character, a testament to the strength that was always within you, waiting to be discovered. Ultimately, discovering hidden potential transforms how you see yourself and the world around you. It shifts your perspective from one of limitations to one of endless possibilities. Rising alone may not be easy, but it is a powerful journey of self-discovery that reveals just how extraordinary you truly are, even when the odds seem stacked against you. Transforming pain into purpose is one of the most profound and empowering journeys you can undertake. Pain, whether it comes from loss, failure, or rejection, has the potential to leave us feeling broken and directionless. However, within that pain lies an opportunity, a chance to redefine its meaning and channel it into something transformative. It's not about erasing or ignoring the pain, but about using it as a foundation to build something greater. This alchemy of turning hardship into purpose allows you to rise stronger, more focused, and deeply connected to your inner strength. Pain often forces introspection. When you face difficult moments alone, you are left with no distractions, no external reassurances, just the raw experience of your emotions. This can be overwhelming, but it's also a powerful invitation to reflect on what truly matters. Pain has a way of stripping away the superficial, leaving you with a clearer sense of your values, priorities, and desires. Life. It creates a space for you to reassess your life, identify what isn't serving you, and discover what you are truly passionate about. When you learn to transform pain into purpose, you shift from being a victim of circumstances to becoming the author of your own story. Instead of allowing pain to define you, you redefine it. You look at the challenges you face not as insurmountable obstacles, but as stepping stones toward growth and transformation. This mindset doesn't eliminate the pain, but it reframes it, giving it meaning and direction. It's the difference between being consumed by hardship and using it as a catalyst for change. Pain also has a unique way of fostering empathy and connection. When you've walked through difficult times, you gain a deeper understanding of the struggles others face. This shared humanity can inspire you to use your experiences to help others, whether by offering support, sharing your story, or creating something that brings value to the world. In this way, your pain becomes a bridge, connecting you to others and allowing you to make a positive impact. The process of transforming pain into purpose often reveals strengths you didn't know you had. It challenges you to be resourceful, resilient, and courageous. Pain pushes you to confront your fears, embrace vulnerability, and take bold steps toward healing and growth. Each time you rise from a painful experience, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than you once believed. Over time, this builds an unshakable confidence in your ability to face and overcome adversity. Purpose born from pain is deeply rooted and enduring. It's not driven by superficial goals or external validation, but by a profound understanding of what truly matters to you. This sense of purpose becomes a guiding light, helping you navigate life's complexities with clarity and determination. It gives you a reason to keep moving forward, even when the path is difficult. By transforming pain into purpose, you honor your journey and give meaning to your struggles. You demonstrate that even the darkest moments can lead to profound growth and fulfillment, and you inspire others to see the potential within their own challenges. Rising alone teaches you the importance of consistency and patience. In a world that often glorifies instant gratification and quick results, the journey of standing on your own requires a different mindset, one that values steady progress over immediate rewards. When you are on your own, there are no shortcuts, no guarantees of immediate success, and no one to carry you through the tough times. This reality forces you to develop a commitment to persistence and a deep understanding that true growth takes time. Consistency is the quiet force behind all meaningful achievements. When you rely solely on yourself, it becomes clear that small, deliberate actions performed regularly are more impactful than grand, sporadic efforts. Each step you take, no matter how small, builds on the one before it, creating momentum. Whether it's learning a new skill, pursuing a goal, or overcoming personal challenges, consistency ensures that progress continues even when motivation wanes. Rising alone requires you to show up every day for yourself, regardless of how you feel, because you understand that each moment of effort is a step closer to where you want to be. Patience, on the other hand, is the balance to consistency. It's about recognizing that the fruits of your labor may not appear immediately, but trusting that they will come with time and perseverance. When you rise alone, it's easy to feel frustrated or discouraged by the slow pace of progress. However, patience teaches you to trust the process and focus on the journey rather than obsessing over the destination. It helps you to embrace setbacks as part of growth, not as signs of failure, and to understand that every delay or detour carries a lesson that adds value to your journey. Rising alone also reveals the compound effect of consistent effort. At first, your progress may seem insignificant, and the results might feel invisible. But over time, the effort accumulates, creating a powerful transformation that is impossible to ignore. This principle applies to every area of life. whether you're working toward a career goal, building a healthier lifestyle, or developing emotional resilience. The key is staying committed even when the immediate benefits are not apparent. Through this process, you cultivate discipline, which becomes one of your greatest assets. Discipline is what keeps you going when motivation fades. It's the internal drive to keep pushing forward, even on days when the world feels heavy or progress feels slow. Rising alone forces you to rely on this inner discipline, reinforcing the belief that you have the power to stay the course, no matter the circumstances. Consistency and patience also teach you to appreciate the incremental victories. When you're on your own, you learn to celebrate the small wins, the milestones that might go unnoticed by others but represent significant progress for you. These moments remind you of how far you've come and motivate you to keep moving forward. Ultimately, the practice of consistency and patience while rising alone shapes you into a stronger, more resilient individual. It instills a deep confidence in your ability to weather storms, adapt to challenges, and achieve your goals, no matter how long it takes. This understanding becomes a cornerstone of your character, a testament to the power of perseverance and self-trust. Russell, the journey of learning to rise alone is not just about standing on your own. It's about discovering who you are, embracing your inner strength, and unleashing the limitless potential that lies within. It's about turning solitude into growth, adversity into resilience, pain into purpose, and every challenge into an opportunity to redefine yourself. Along this path, you learn to trust yourself, to own your narrative, and to persist with unwavering consistency and patience. Rising alone doesn't mean rejecting the world. It means stepping into it with confidence, clarity, and the power of self-reliance. It means knowing that while others may walk beside you at times, your journey is ultimately your own to shape and conquer. Each step you take builds a legacy of strength, inspiring others to see that they too can rise, no matter how daunting the odds. The three words rise, so embrace the journey. Embrace the challenges, the lessons, and the triumphs that come from standing tall on your own. For it is in these moments of rising alone that you truly become unstoppable, proving to yourself and the world that no matter how difficult the path, you are more than capable of walking it and emerging stronger, wiser, and victorious. Thank you.